to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and with thanksgiving I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and with thanksgiving I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Ve'asuli mikdash ve'shachanti betocham va'anachnu nevarech Yah. To be a sanctuary,
Erev Tov, and welcome to Central Synagogue. It's a mild Saturday evening here in Manhattan, the last Saturday evening before the new Jewish year. And as per tradition, we have put on our white robes and we are gathered for the ritual liturgy of Slichot. We're so pleased that you are all here with us, joining us through the Jewish Broadcasting Service, JBS, Facebook Live, and our Central Synagogue Facebook page, live streaming page. However you're with us, we're so glad to be gathered together. I'm Maurice Sulth, and I am pleased to be with my clergy colleagues this evening in the large sanctuary of Central Synagogue at a safe distance from them. Rabbi Sarah Berman is here, Rabbi Dan Rost is in the balcony, and our senior cantor, Daniel Mutlu, is here as well. And at an extra safe distance, we have our colleague Shani Ben-Or in Jerusalem. It's a little late for Shani, but as many of you were lucky to just learn from her at our earlier session. Shani, we're so thrilled that you're here with us. And we see as well our dear members of the congregation, Holly and John Youngwood. We'll say hello to them in a moment as well. And also in the sanctuary are our talented musicians who will help us in opening our hearts as we head into this high holiday season officially beginning tonight. We have a beautiful Slichot prayer book which you can find online at the centralsynagogue.org website. On our live streaming page, you'll see the words High Holidays prayer books at the top of the live streaming page, and you just can click on Slichot if you'd like to follow along with the words that we'll be using tonight. And we'll begin the service with the ritual of Havdalah, which will be followed by the changing of the covers of our Torah scrolls, the mantles that protect and decorate our most sacred text, the Torah. We're honored that treasured members, you saw them briefly, we're going to bring them up on the screen again, of our community, Holly and Jonathan Youngwood, are with us as well for the ritual of Havdalah and the changing of the mantles. John, you grew up here at Central, became bar mitzvah on this bima, and you stood there beside your beautiful parents, Judith of blessed memory, and your dad, Alfred, and your brother, Stephen. And Alfred, your dad, later became the president of the synagogue. And John, you've served as well on the board of trustees here, with both you and Holly being a trusted source. We go to you all the time. We still go to you for helping us keep our synagogue as best as can be. You give us the best counsel. Thank you both for your dedication to our community. And this past year, thank you for bringing the third of your children, the youngest, David, to this bima this past year when he became bar mitzvah. And in honor of this simcha, Holly and Jonathan have donated to our community new Torah mantles, which will grace the Torah scrolls in the Peter J. Rubenstein Chapel here at Central Synagogue. And these Torah mantles will also be with our community at our Lincoln Center location for the High Holy Days. We pray starting again next year. Holly and John, Mazel Tov on David becoming bar mitzvah. And thank you so much for this wonderful gift to our community. We're deeply grateful for all the blessings that you bring to us, especially your presence and the presence of David and Hannah and Ben. So we see your Havdalah candle is lit. Ours is about to be lit. Rabbi Berman, please help us as we begin this Havdalah part of our service. We're on page 5 of our prayer book.
ליהודים הייתה אורה, הייתה אורה, ושמחה וששון ויקר. ליהודים הייתה אורה, הייתה אורה, ושמחה וששון ויקר. כן תהיה לנו, תהיה לנו, תהיה לנו, כן תהיה לנו, תהיה לנו, תהיה לנו. ליהודים הייתה אורה, הייתה אורה, ושמחה וששון ויקר. ליהודים אורה, הייתה אורה, ושמחה וששון ויקר. כן תהיה לנו, תהיה לנו, תהיה לנו, כן תהיה לנו, תהיה לנו, תהיה לנו, ליהודים הייתה אורה, הייתה אורה. יאי לי לה 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 לה, יאי יאי לה 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 לה, לה 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 לה, יה לה לה יה לה לה לה, היי לה 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 לה, היי לה 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 לה, היי לה 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 לה, יה לה לה יה לה לה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן, בורא פרי הגפן. איי ריי 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 ריי, אננאי ניי ניי ניי, אננאי ניי ניי ניי, איי ניי 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 ניי, איי איי ניי ניי ניי, אננאי ניי ניי ניי, אננאי ניי ניי. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא מיני בשמים, בורא מיני בשמים. איי ריי 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 ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא מאורי האש, בורא מאורי האש. איי ליי לה 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 לה, אננאי ניי ניי ניי, אננאי ניי ניי ניי, איי ניי 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 ניי, אננאי ניי ניי ניי. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, המבדיל בין קודש לחול, בין אור לחושך, בין ישראל לעמים, בין יום השביעי לששת ימי המעשה. ברוך אתה אדוני המבדיל בין קודש לחול. אליהו הנביא, אליהו התשבי, אליהו, אליהו, אליהו הגלעדי, שבוע טוב. המבדיל בין קודש לכל חטאותינו ימחול זה יום אומר אתה בוקר וגם לילה לכבוד חמדת לבבי אליהו הנביא לכבוד חמדת לבבי אליהו הנביא המבדיל בין קודש לכל חטאותינו ימחול זרענו וכספנו ירבה כחול ככוכבים בלילה לכבוד חמדת לבבי אליהו הנביא לכבוד חמדת לבבי אליהו הנביא יבורך הבית הזה מפי נביא וגם חוזכי כן יצווה אלוהינו זה לשמרו יומם ולילה לכבוד חמדת לבבי אליהו הנביא לכבוד חמדת לבבי אליהו הנביא.
Thank you so much, Shani, for joining us. Shavua Tov. The Slichot service is meant to help us prepare our hearts, minds, and souls for the new year and upcoming high holy days. These themes are found throughout the Slichot service and reinforced by melodies and prayers from the High Holy Day liturgy. Traditionally, the Slichot service is held in the late evening. One reason for this is connected to a midrash about King David's harp. According to the Babylonian Talmud, Brachot 3b, a harp was always suspended above the bed of King David. Each night, as soon as the hour of midnight struck, a north wind would come and blow upon it, creating beautiful melodies. King David would be awakened by the music and begin to pray and study the Torah. May the beauty of our late-night prayers and music awaken us to the essential tasks of this high holy day season.
page 9 of our Slichot Sidur. Lechul neranena l'Adonai Nariya letzur yishenu Nekad mafana betoda Bizemirot Nariya letzariyanu Haneshama halach vehaguf po'alach chosa alav halach Haneshama halach vehaguf po'alach chosa Haneshama halach vehaguf po'alach chosa
Our rest has ended. Still we stand before you, O God of praises. Hearken from on high. O hear our song and our prayer.
For Father Isaac's sake, who gave himself to you, shield his children who cry to you this night. O hear our song and our prayer. From heaven's heights, turn to us who turn to you, to all who in singleness of heart seek you. O hear our song and our prayer. B'motzai menucha kidamno chatchila hatoznecha mimaru Yoshev tehila lishmoa el harina ve'el hatfila lishmoa el harina ve'el
Trembling in your presence, humbly we beseech, blot out our transgressions.
O hear our song and our prayer.
Creator of your world's every creature, sustainer of all, sustain us now.
O hear our song and our prayer.
Though the sins of your people are too many to count, we plead for your mercy, exalted one. Raise us up once more.
O hear our song and our prayer.
Have regard for our sufferings and not for our shortcomings. Cleanse us who cry out to you, wondrous God.
O hear our song and our prayer.
May our offering this night be acceptable as sacrifice of old. Maker of miracles, cause us to see the miracle of forgiveness.
O hear our song and our prayer. התפילה.
Return us, Adonai, and we shall truly return. Renew our days as in the past.
השיבנו, השיבנו, אדוני אליך, ונשובה, ונשובה, חדש, חדש, ימינו כקדם. השיבנו, השיבנו, אדוני אליך, ונשובה, ונשובה, חדש, חדש, ימינו כקדם. חדש, חדש, ימינו כקדם.
Let us return to you, God, even as each of us has sinned. Our texts teach us about our ancestors, who were great figures, but not perfect. King David, credited with the origins of this Slichot service, performed the gravest sin. He lusted after the beautiful Bathsheba and had her husband placed in the front lines of battle to die, so that David might take her as his wife. Yet, even with this sin, you allowed David to return to you, O God. We have each transgressed, but there is no sin so great that you will not allow us to return if we come with an open heart.
Please join me on page 12. As clay takes form in a potter's hand, so do we in yours.
Mold us into human form. You are the potter, we are but clay.
As words are shaped by a poet's hand, so are we by yours.
Make us your song. You are the singer, we are your work.
As a ship takes its course from a sailor's hand, so do we from yours.
Set us on your chosen course. You are the sailor, we are your ship.
As threads are patterned by a weaver's hand, so are we by yours.
Weave us into your plan, O God. We are your people. You are our sovereign. Ki anu amecha
Sovereign God, whose throne is mercy, you guide the world with steadfast love, forgiving the transgressions of your people. You pardon all who sin, are generous with all who live, treating them with compassion. God, you taught us to speak 13 attributes. Recall for us today the covenant of the 13, as you made known to the humble one in ancient times. As it is written, Adonai descended in the cloud and stood there with him, and called out with the name of Adonai.
Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum Vechanun, Erech Apayim Verav Chesed Ve'emet, Notzer Chesed La'alafim, Nosei Avon V'Fesha V'Chata V'Nakeh. Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum V'Chanun, Erech Apayim V'Rav Chesed Ve'emet, Notzer Chesed La'alafim, Nosei Avon V'Fesha V'Chata V'Nakeh. Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum V'Chanun, Erech Apayim V'Rav Chesed Ve'emet, Notzer Chesed
Hear our voice, Adonai, our God. Have compassion on us, and with that compassion, accept our prayer. Help us to return to you, O Adonai, then truly we shall return. Renew our days as of old. Consider our words, Adonai. Look into our inmost thoughts.
Shema kolenu Adonai Eloheinu Chos verachem aleinu Vekabel merachamim uvratzon Vekabel merachamim uvratzon Vekabel merachamim uvratzon Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashova Chadesh yameinu
David finally comprehends the devastating consequences of his own sin. He wants to ask God for forgiveness, but he is paralyzed by his unspeakable crime. So he begs for help. Adonai, open my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. He asks God to be his partner in helping him open his mouth so that he may repent for his sin. David then cries out to God in Psalm 51, "Wash me thoroughly of my iniquity and purify me of my sin, for I know my transgressions, and my sin is always before me. Against you I have sinned, and I have done what is evil in your sight." We may not know where to begin, but if we choose to return, God will help us utter the words that lead to forgiveness.
We're in the middle of page 15. Please read aloud with me. Our God, God of our mothers and fathers, grant that our prayers may reach you. Do not be deaf to our pleas, for we are not so arrogant and stiff-necked as to say before you, our God and God of all ages, we are not perfect and have not sinned. Rather do we confess, we have gone astray, we have sinned, we have transgressed.
Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu tavo lefanecha tefilateinu Titalam mitchinatenu she'en anachnu azefani mukshei lomar lefanecha Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu tzadikim anachnu ve'lo chatam
Please rise.
Ay, 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 Dibarnu dofi, ay, 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 hevino, vehirshano, zadno, Chamasnu, Tafanu shaker, ay, 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 Yatznura, Kizavnu, Latnu,
Join with me on page 17. Of these and more, we have been guilty. We have committed the sins of arrogance, bigotry, and cynicism, of deceit and egotism, flattery and greed, hate, injustice, and jealousy. For all these things, O God of mercy, forgive us, pardon us, grant us atonement. We have kept grudges. We have been lustful, malicious, and narrow-minded, obstinate, possessive, quarrelsome, rancorous, and selfish. For all these, O God of mercy, forgive us, pardon us, grant us atonement. We have turned our backs to our fellow human beings. We have usurped others' positions. We have been violent and weak of will. We have been xenophobes. We have yielded to temptation, and we have shown zeal for bad causes. For all these, O God of mercy, forgive us, pardon us, grant us atonement. The sin we have committed against you under duress or by choice. And the sin we have committed against you openly or secretly. The sin we have committed against you by acting on our evil inclination. And the sin we have committed against you consciously or unconsciously. The sin we have committed against you by dishonesty in business. The sin we have committed against you by hurting others in any way. The sin we have committed against you by hating without cause. For all these, O God of mercy, forgive us, pardon us, grant us atonement.
החטא שחטאנו לפניך.
We have sinned against you by failing to work for peace. We have sinned against you by keeping silent in the face of injustice.
על החטא שחטאנו לפניך.
We have sinned against you by ignoring those who suffer in distant lands. We have sinned against you by forgetting the poor in our own midst.
על החטא שחטאנו לפניך.
We have sinned against you by not recognizing that we are all created in God's image. We have sinned against you by withholding our love from those who depend upon us.
על החטא שחטאנו לפניך.
We have sinned against you by engaging in gossip and repeating slander. We have sinned against you by distorting the truth for our own advantage.
על החטא שחטאנו לפניך.
We have sinned against you by conforming to fashion and not to conscience. We have sinned against you by indulging in despair.
על החטא שחטאנו לפניך.
We have sinned against you by giving meager support to our houses of study. We have sinned against you by neglecting our heritage of learning.
על החטא שחטאנו לפניך.
We have sinned against you by sinning against ourselves and paying scant heed to the life of the Spirit. We have sinned against you by indulging in despair. For all these, O God of mercy, forgive us, pardon us, grant us atonement.
ועל כולם אלוה סליחות, סלח לנו, מחל לנו, כפר לנו, ועל כולם אלוה סליחות, סלח לנו, מחל לנו, סלח לנו, מחל לנו, כפר לנו.
Please be seated. Each Yom Kippur, we read another version of the Al-Khait prayer. We just read the congregational confessional prayer. And each line, as you heard, contains these words, Al-Khait Shachatanu, for the sins we have committed against you. As in past years, we're inviting you to share anonymously sins for which we as individuals are asking forgiveness. This year, due to the pandemic, we are inviting you to do so anonymously through an online form which we have created, which you see here on your screen, centralsynagogue.org/syncard2020. There you will be, if you choose to, anonymously write a sin or the sins which you are asking forgiveness. And us clergy will use these submissions from this site to craft a customized Al-Khait prayer for the afternoon of Yom Kippur that reflects this congregation's personal confessions. We'll now take the next few minutes in silence, allowing each of us to reflect on the year that we are about to conclude. And if you choose to, you can go to that site at centralsynagogue.org/syncard2020 and write down what is on your mind. This information will only be read by our clergy. We'll take time now to reflect silently, and then we'll continue on with our liturgy.
Please join me on page 20 for the reading of Avinu Malkeinu, and I will invite you to join me in rising. Avinu Malkeinu, hear our voice. Avinu Malkeinu, we have sinned against you. Avinu Malkeinu, have compassion on us and on our children. Avinu Malkeinu, make an end to sickness, war, and famine. Avinu Malkeinu, make an end to all oppression. Avinu Malkeinu, inscribe us for blessing in the book of life. Avinu Malkeinu, let the new year be a good year for us. Avinu Malkeinu, fill our hands with blessing. Avinu Malkeinu, be gracious and answer us, for we have little merit. Treat us generously and with kindness, and be our help.
Avinu Malkeinu, Shema Koleinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chatanu lefanecha. Avinu Malkeinu, Chamol aleinu, Veyalol aleinu, V'tapenu. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Kotveinu beSefer Chaim Tovim. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Shema Koleinu, Shema Koleinu, Shema
I invite you to be seated. We continue on page 21. Merciful and gracious one, we have sinned before you. Have mercy on us. Master of forgiveness, surveyor of hearts, revealer of the depths, speaker of justice, we have sinned before you. Have mercy on us. Adorned in miracles, trustworthy in consolation, rememberer of our ancestors' covenant, examiner of everything, we have sinned before you. Have mercy on us.
the
maker of good for all creation, knower of all that is hidden, conqueror of transgressions. We have sinned before you. Have mercy on us.
רחום וחנון, חטאנו לפניך, רחם עלינו. אדון הסליחות, בוחר לבבות, גולה המוכות, דומה צדקות, חטאנו לפניך, רחם עלינו, חטאנו לפניך, רחם עלינו. אדון בנפלאות, בעתיד בנחמות, זוכר ברית אבות, חוגר כליון, חטאנו לפניך, רחם עלינו, חטאנו לפניך, רחם עלינו. טוב ומיטיב לבריות, יודע כל נסתרות, כל בשבונות, לא בצדקות, חטאנו לפניך, רחם עלינו, חטאנו לפניך, רחם עלינו, חטאנו לפניך, רחם עלינו, חטאנו לפניך, רחם עלינו. Before David was king, when he was just a shepherd and musician, King Saul was feeling ill and severely depressed. He asked for someone to come and play for him. Saul's servants brought David, and he played for Saul, and David's music brought Saul great comfort. David's harp brought healing, the message of return, and the hope for renewal. May we find healing, may we find renewal through the song of this season and a pathway to return to our best selves.
Eloheinu Shabashamayim, our God in heaven, we seek you. Grant that we may find you. Our God in heaven, reveal to us the glory of your kingdom. Our God in heaven, reveal to us the secrets of your Torah. Our God in heaven, draw us near to your service. Our God in heaven, grant us your blessings. Our God in heaven, help us with your saving acts. Our God in heaven, let peace reign among us. Our God in heaven, grant peace in the land. Our God in heaven, grant abundance to your world. Our God in heaven, bring near to us the day of redemption.
Hashivenu, Hashivenu, Adonai elecha, v'nashova, Chadesh, Chadesh, Yameinu kekedem. Hashivenu, Hashivenu, Adonai elecha, v'nashova, Chadesh, Chadesh, Yameinu kekedem. Chadesh, Chadesh, Yameinu kekedem. Tekiah Gedolah.
Erev Tov.